Hey, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. You'll be notified each time a new video is posted. Greetings. Well, as you all may know by now, 3 charges have been issued against Derek Chauvin in the murder of George Floyd, second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. The defense attorneys for Derek Chauvin are now asking the court to move the trial to another venue. They are also requesting a new selection of jurors. The attorneys believe that the announcement of the George Floyd settlement of $27 million prevents Derek Chauvin from receiving a fair and impartial trial. They believe that the jurors' knowledge of this settlement will influence their decision instead of the evidence being presented in court. To date, 9 jurors have been selected. A total of 12 and 4 alternates are needed. Those selected as jurors were advised by the court to refrain from all media and news reports so that nothing but the evidence presented during trial would inform their decision in the case. So the public announcement of the settlement, which is widely known, is being brought before the judge as the basis to send those jurors back and select an entirely new jury and hold the criminal trial of Derek Chauvin in an entirely new location outside the county. The judge agreed that it is an issue of concern, but will make no decision concerning it until March 29th, after the selection of jurors are completed. But earlier today, several hours ago, he dismissed 2 of the 9 jurors after questioning them concerning their knowledge of the settlement and their thoughts. Some said they would still be able to be fair and impartial when making their decisions in regards to the charges, but the judge said he couldn't afford to take any chances, so he dismissed them. 7 jurors are remaining, and a total of 12 is still needed, as well as the 4 alternates who will be used to serve in the event that one of those 12 aren't able. The defense of Derek Chauvin has also asked to present evidence into the trial concerning an arrest in 2019 of George Floyd, which occurred 1 year before he was murdered. The request had been made in January and was denied by the judge at that time, but the defense now insists that some of the evidence related to the arrest should be admitted because of new documents within the federal government's ongoing civil rights investigation. The prosecution says Chauvin's attorneys are trying to run a smear campaign against George Floyd, and after hearing both sides, the judge said that he would take the matter under review. But here's the thing. We know they're trying to run a smear campaign against George Floyd because smearing the character of police victims has become the standard practice by those who defend police, whether in or outside the courtroom. They slander the victim so they appear unworthy of justice, so the cop can be viewed as being justified in the taking of that life. They're not only attempting to slander George Floyd, but to blame his murder on he himself. They want to produce evidence of the arrest in 2019 because it's alleged that drugs were in his system, and the autopsy report of his murder states the same, as well as some medical issues he was dealing with. They're attempting to build a case which suggests that drugs, and not a knee in the neck, caused the death of George Floyd. Quite frankly, that's a good case to make, except George Floyd was alive and well before interacting with police, and whatever difficulties he may have been experiencing were made known to police before being slammed to the ground and cuffed, then kneeled upon. Before he hit the ground, he advised he couldn't breathe. No less than 6 times did he say he could not breathe. While cuffed with a knee in his neck, he continued saying he couldn't breathe, and that knee stayed in his neck nearly 2 minutes after he stopped breathing and EMS were on the scene. So what was he trying to do? If not, lay that man to rest. Because there he laid, and that cop made sure he didn't get up. I sincerely hope justice is the end result of these proceedings. To my knowledge, drugs in the system was never justification for taking a man's life. And if the function of a cop is to protect and serve, then a life-threatening crisis, such as an inability to breathe, when stated, should be believed, because not believing could result in death. And the force being used results in murder. I'm Danette Chavis for National Action Against Police Brutality and Murder with an update on the George Floyd murder, the trial currently in process and the selecting of jurors. I hope that you join our nationwide demand we have in progress that's seeking police accountability across the United States with over 1 million people who have joined it and counting. I hope you will too, and also support it. Thank you.